with a primetime matchup, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Miami Dolphins.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25. This drive will begin with a run from A-Chain.
And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You look at this Browns defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And not much room to speak of. They'll get about 3 up to the 41.
Taken down at the 41. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Now Tua.
They set up the screen to A-Chain. Finding room at midfield. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down of the sack. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Tua sets up to pass it. He's got Higgins over the middle.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At the 34. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This defense for the Dolphins, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. There he goes, right side.
Nick Chubb.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb.
His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0.
New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You look at this Browns defense.
Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
And for all the routes to keep an eye on in this one, they've got to find a way to take away the crossing routes. Those are the ones that when a receiver catches it on the run, those can really hurt a defense.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, boy, tough conditions out there. I don't know if a defender slipped or what, but he had a man wide open, and that's a bad one to miss on. They don't come a whole lot easier than that one right there.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Tua.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
78 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Now Chubb running right. Gets past one man. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 42. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Second and 10. Chubb will get the call running left. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. They'll buy some time right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. A-chain here. They stay on the ground.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 33.
43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run for it with A-chain.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know, for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Ball on the 39. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long.
They'll set up to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And he fields it cleanly. Oh, he shifts past him. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is...
Oh, right on the heels of the pick six. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
Partner, I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
After the interception, here's Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. Well, they tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Throwing on second and long. Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
The Browns on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Watson now going to run the option right, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it still brings up 4th.
Cam York on for the Browns field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And the lead will hold at 13.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. It's a big play there for Miami. 55 yards.
And Tyreek Hill, one of the elite receivers in the league, and keeping defensive backs awake at night trying to figure out how they're going to cover this guy. And then, when the ball hits his hands, I don't know that there's anyone better in the league after the catch.
And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On second down, a run by A-Chain. Stopped short, down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll send Beckham in motion right. A-Chain. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And this has no chance. It's no good. Well wide to the left, and the deficit will hold pat at 13. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
The Browns drive about to get started. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, here's Watson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And that is incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it lines up incomplete.
Now Hill to return it.
Oh, able to avoid him.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. On first down, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
105 yards rushing now for Chubb, and a first down as well.
They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
He's having a big game running the football, but that will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. They find some open field here.
taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. And now with the play clock getting down, Kevin Stefanski going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. Powers through.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. Down the left sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Browns are able to stretch out their lead. Watson and that Browns offense going to stay out there, and they'll go for 2. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure.
King York to kick off for the Browns.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a...
Odell Beckham Jr. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. That is caught. It's Williams. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And they're going to speed things up here. Tua going to keep it on the draw. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard loss on the play. 2nd and goal.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
This is going to be a corner route to their tight end, and I'll tell you what, it's man coverage, so that makes it hard for a linebacker to stay with him. And he's able to make the catch on the right side of the field and pick up the first down.
Watson just beating the play clock. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Watson off play action. He's got his receiver Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Chubb is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
For as good as Nick Chubb is in the open field, he's every bit as good when they line him up down near the goal line. He's a speed back between the 20s, but a power back down close, and he forces his way into the end zone.
York now for the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left.
York to kick off for the Browns.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to pass. Tua. He dumps it off to A-Chain. Into space at the 45. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
At the 45-yard line.
Tua going to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw them break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Tua setting up shop to throw again. They'll swing this out wide. Here's A-Chain. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now
Tua sets up to pass it.
the 23-yard line.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Elijah Higgins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
Tua and the Dolphins offense staying put. They'll go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he's going to get in. So they're back within 11. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Jedrick Wills, former first-round pick, guilty there. Up the middle, it's Chubb.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
To throw is Watson. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
The Browns on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Watson. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did. We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Well, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. Quick slant. Tyreek Hill with it.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
180 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. And he fires one incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, were they about 95% chance of winning it?
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Watson. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. First target, first catch at a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now 3rd down and 7. Here's Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this fourth down field goal try for the Browns.
And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And the lead will hold at 13.
Here's 1st and 10.
Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but
to a hit, and the ball is out.
And this is picked up by the Browns. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
The York on now for the extra point.
Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
Dolphins 14.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out?
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Devon Achane, 49 yards. And the Dolphins get a bit closer.
And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They will indeed snap it to Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
One final try for Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one